What's the goddamn button? What's the goddamn button? I don't know if y'all really familiar with this story, but Roxy sat down with another young lady, and both of them actually came from the 106 and Park. If you know, you know. And they were talking about marriage and dating and things of that nature. And she was very conscious about her position. She said it's not off the table, but it's not really her focus because, you know, she's trying to make money, right? Her business, things of that nature, take precedence over a relationship. But it's not really off the table. Anyway, that was sometime last year. Now we see her with Anthony Anderson, and this brought up a couple of concerns I had. So, shout out to TMZ. Roll footage.
Anthony and Rocsi, how you guys doing tonight?
Amazing.
We gotta ask you, are you guys officially dating? Are you able to tell us anything?
She's my date for the evening.
You guys look amazing together.
Thank you, brother.
Y'all go way back, right?
We go back almost 20 years.
So how did this happen? You know, we want to know.
Friends are always friends.
Friends are always friends?
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. Thank
All
you.
right, brother. Have a good night, baby.
You
Happy
too.
New Year to you.
Thank you.
All right, Anthony Anderson. Great way to handle paparazzi in the public because you already know everybody's making their own speculations. I want to point this out. He says they've been friends for 20 plus years, right? What I want to acknowledge is how we're making assumptions that they're, you know, and that could be true. It could be false. My thing is, why now? If this is really you and her embarking on this situation, right? You've known this man that long, then you telling me nowhere in that huge gap there was no romantic interest on your part? It's only until now that you see the potential in possibly getting married, if this is what this allegedly is. See, one thing that we don't address enough is how career oriented women will put love and relationships on a back burner. They'll put these guys that are visibly notable men to the side for guys that they can have fun with. And then once they finish having fun, then and only then do they decide to spin the block. 20 years of knowing someone, nothing ever came out of it is crazy to me. She's quiet. She let him lead. You look at her facial expressions as the questions are being asked. She knows the predicament and the situation she's in. She knows the questions are going to come. She knows that this puts her back in the spotlight more than it did prior, because nobody has been really checking for her like that. I haven't heard about her since that interaction with the other woman. But she's been known to be with a number of different men in the industry. However y'all want to look at it. And here we are. She's with a gentleman that she's known all the time. I'm sure for you to be holding hands and walking on them out in public now, something has changed. And I don't know if it's or has anything to do with your timing was off, or you just decided that well, I've had him in my pocket for a very long time, and now this is the perfect opportunity for me to capitalize on that. Let me just cash in now. You really can't take anything serious anymore. I don't really be knowing if shit be genuine or not at this point. It feel like she's taking what she can get now. Because why wasn't you interested in him before? Maybe I'm tripping. If I'm him, I'm watching that very close. Very close. I don't trust her. And I think there's a lot of women like her. She's fortunate enough that she's still within that age range where she can still pull somebody like him. Like, and I'm not talking about like she ain't hit the wall, and I'm talking about she still got her body together. She ain't out of order and out of shape like Vivica Fox and some of the other ones. Tracy Ellis Ross, she still can, and for some reason I feel like this is her trying to make sure she secures her bag and her future before she can't. And this makes the most sense to her. Am I wrong? Am I off at all? Talk to me. Oh, and one other thing, true or false, good luck if this is. But if this is just them doing this for attention, hey, it ain't my business.
Welcome aboard the flight. This is pilot Pusha talking. We going back to Memphis and coming straight from New Orleans. The estimated time of arrival is about an hour, and I can turn your ghost if you try and play with my power. So when you look up and see the sun flash and stay in your seat, if the flight attendant say you making trouble, then we got beef. The turbulence might get rocky. You better not spill your food. This is getting plain if you get it messy.